1v2s right now for the regular season. And of course, we're already in. And we have already missed most of the first round. It is going to be just stuck on to a couple players remaining here. HippoLink as well as Wild. Wild's going to find one, though, onto Heroic Fable. Now, I was not the spike, actually, no, but should be able to hear this. So Wild is going to know at least one player has gone by and is not going to be ready for the second, but will pick up Lummy. And it's all going to be on Sheesh here, who's not going to get the player with that flash. He's going to get the peek and the shot on towards Wild. So that's going to be a massive kill there to put this into the 1v1. And it's going to be a very low HippoLink as well. HippoLink's going to be right above. And Sheesh is going to have absolutely no idea. He's going to get shot in the back. He's going to 180 though. And HippoLink with only 10 HP is going to go down to a kneecap shot. As Sheesh is going to come up clutch. Had the health to be able to make the play there. And is going to succeed in doing so. That's going to be a first round over to the side of Dinghy here. I believe my audio here. I'm going to drop that a bit for the stream here. You're going to see the buy coming. It's going to be mostly Spectres. You're going to see a couple pistols. Wild is going to have that Sheriff in hand. Let's see whether or not they're going to be able to make use of that. But it's going to be, you know, 4 Spectres, and then Forrest is going to pull out a Bucky. Because why not? And we're going to see where this push is going to go. And it looks like it's going to be Mango here with that Black Market Glock in hand. Is going to toss the nade on. That might do a significant amount of damage. It's going to catch at least a couple. And it's going to force the fallback. But, I mean, the train is coming. You can see them just rolling right through here. They're going to be spotting out. Skeg's going to be going right up the ladder. You're not going to check this, actually, and will be able to pick that one up at close range. They're going to clear the player on the site as well. That was Mango going down. There's going to be a player pushed up, though, actually, and it will be HippoLink. He's going to just be running up the sides here. Will get dropped, though. They're going to find one on towards Skeggs here. Forrest will pick up HippoLink with that Bucky. But it's just going to be Wild as well as Cherish right now. Will have the Spectre upgrade. No armor, though. And not full HP either going into these players. So, I mean, they're probably just hoping to try to catch something here coming out of the end. Smoke is going to be coming off. Going to spot one player jump peek, and they're going to know that. So, I mean, these players have to get out, though. Lummy's going to have to get out of this corner eventually. And it's going to get the dink. That flash is going to catch both these players. And Sheesh is going to find one. And it's going to get... No, Sheesh surviving by the skin of his teeth. Again, 22 HP this time after taking the dink at range. Is more than happy to walk away with that one. So that's going to be the bonus. Succeeded there for the side of Dinghy. And they're going to keep 4 players alive as well. Skeggs was the only one to drop. I mean, probably just going to pick up a pistol here as they go into the bonus. 4 Spectres. It's going to be a fast blitz probably as they're heading into 3 Vandals, 2 Phantoms. It's going to be full rifles on the side of Loud Whine here to start things off. And we're going to see where they go. I mean, you're going to see probably a couple of the Champs Vandals as well. It's a very nice skin. Let's see, Cherish just getting the whole setup here, and it's going to be where these players are coming from. You're going to spot players coming from both sides here on the attack. You're going to see Wild pushing out here. You're going to have both Wild and Mango are going to be pushing out here of A Hall, so they are going to know that the attack is not coming in this way. The flank player watching the flank was Lummy, who just turned away, so the pinch now is beginning to come in here. Lummy's going to lose all the HP as well, but the pinch is coming in. They're going to get spotted, and yeah, there's going to be the first player going down. That will be Skeggs, who just got spotted. They have to be into the site, and into the site they will go. Wild, though, is going to pick up a second as Lummy is going to fall. They're trying to just get out enough here to be able to get this plant down. And the peek around the corner is going to be great from Sheesh. Is going to find one, is going to get that spike down on the ground as well. Cherish, though, will find Heroic Fable. It's going to be a 3v2, and becoming a little bit costly, honestly, if you're Dinghy. Or if you're Loud Whine, excuse me. The Sky ultimate, though, will tag all 3 players. They do know the approximate location of where these players are coming from, as well as the fallback. The dog coming out of the forest will end up catching one. It's going to be the 1v2 all on Sheesh. They should know Sheesh is in this tower. Sheesh is not going to go for the peeker. Finds one, though. Cherish is going to fall. And even if she loses this, goes for the peek and is still able to clutch it up. That's 3 in a round. Or 2 clutches right now for Sheesh. Coming up with the final kill in all of them. It's currently 9-0. Has not died so far. That's going to be rifles upgraded on the side of Dinghy now, as they, I mean, it was their bonus. And Loud Whine is probably going to half buy into this round by the looks of things. They are going to pick up a few weapons. We'll have enough with the lost bonus after this to go through. That's going to be another massive 1v2 clutch. That's the second one of the game for Sheesh.
Alarm bot out. Placing swarm grenade.
We're going to see where the setup is going to go, and it is going to be towards B. So the gamble stack right here. Hippolink is going to find one shorty kill action. Will pick up Forrest in the smoke. But, I mean, now the reinforcements are going to arrive. There's going to be 3 players here, approximately in the area here from Loud Whine. As Stir Frying is going to be ready with a Bulldog here. He's just going to try to avoid the scout as the dog will come through. Not going to spot him. Waiting for an opportunity there, but no, she's just going to just take his head off there. And unfortunately, that is going to be a bit of a problem now. Shots are going to ring out here. Sheriff is going to take a little bit of damage here. Mango on the flank, Wild with the Sheriff as well. But there's just currently not a whole lot available. As that flash will not actually catch Wild. So Mango is going to pick up the Vandal on the backside and catch one. And they're going to spot a second there. On towards Heroic Fable. Is not able to finish that kill though. It's going to be a 2v2 though. And that's going to be, I mean, the Vandal in the hand of Mango here. Pushed up. The spike is going to be way out in the open though. Should know. I mean, Sheriff, I think, should be aware of the player in this corner. And that will be Heroic Fable going down. No, he won't. It picks up both of them instead. And that's going to be a 4th straight round here for the attackers. This Heroic Fable from that corner, they knew exactly where he was. Didn't matter, didn't make a difference. As he picks up both the kills, 3 in the round as well, as they're going to go up to 4. And now it's finally going to be Rifles bought back in by the side of Loud Whine here. See a push again towards B. It's going to be actually a push out here. You're going to see Hippolink going all the way out here through the B halls. And that's going to be the Killjoy ultimate as well. So, I mean, should be expecting this. And Hippolink's actually is going to be in a pretty good spot here to try and just stall for some time, as the players are going to have to come through here, and is going to dodge both the flash as well as the knife. The Killjoy ultimate is not actually going to find anything, but they didn't actually really take a whole lot of advantage of that because the ultimate's been expended, but they didn't actually get onto the site. They know Hippolink is back here, so they are going to have to deal with this before Backstab comes in, but Hippolink is not going to be able to turn this corner. Has walked right by a player. Actually, they walked right past each other in the smoke. They have absolutely no idea. As, yeah, you're finally going to see, yeah, Forrest is going to be able to come back and pick that one up. And it's going to know, it's going to try to get this res off as well. You're going to see players are going to be moving through the smoke here, and that's going to be one going down. It's all going to be down to Mango here in the 1v3. This is probably just going to back away though here. Save the rifle if possible and just get on out there. Time has taken far too long, and that is going to be a 5th round here for the side of Dinghy. They're looking quite strong right now, as they're going to improve, make it 5 in a row here. As actually, there's going to be a player coming up right on the left. Mango is not going to be able to spot this in time, and no, Forrest will pick that one up. That is going to be the gun denied round in the books. Things going to go up to 5-0, and that is going to be a bit of an issue now. Loud Whine not looking the healthiest in terms of money. Probably going to have to go for the save, but they're also going to call timeout here. They're going to try and pause, try to stem the bleeding here a little bit, because they are aware that, okay, this has been a bit of an issue. They're not doing too fantastic. As we're going to go on a little scenic route. Some of these presets are just underneath the map, which is wild. I mean, this would be a great angle for, you know, that play where every player got shot off the ropes. Some very nice views. But yeah, right now, so far, I mean, Loud Whine, I mean, a lot of what they're doing now is beginning to just go for the retakes, try to stay off the site, and be able to do some additional work outside of things, but it's just not really panning out for them at the moment. So we're going to see if they're going to adjust their strategy, if they're going to go for these buys right now, because, I mean, you do have the money to technically just buy back into almost every round at the moment, because you are, you know, down 5 as of right now. That was the first time, though, that the spike actually went off and detonated and the round. Other round has been a kill round. So looking forward to see what Loud Whine might do coming out of this timeout. I mean, honestly, you probably would have liked to see that timeout come in the next round, after they have, you know, like a full buy or something to be able to act on it. But no, it does look like it's just going to be, you know, half buys, bunch of pistols. Or, well, actually, it's going to be 2 Bulldogs, a Spectre, a bunch of light armor as well. Into the Vandals. Honestly, it doesn't even matter that much here. So you're going to see Hippolink going to be very aggressive here in towards these A halls. This blind very early. Could do a lot. As you can see, the push is going to come in immediately. It's going to catch a couple of these players. There's 4 players there from the side of Dinghy, and that is just going to be a dip out here as Stirfrine is going to find one. Going to peek around that corner. Is not going to be able to find anything, though. Hippolink trying to just get out and is going to be completely blinded up. Is going to go down, and that's going to be the 2 opening kills that Dinghy is looking for as they find those early on. There's going to be 1 player left on the site. It's going to be Mango here. Going to be very suppressed up top. Is just going to get absolutely spammed down here through the smoke, or through the wall. They knew there was 1 player there, and Sheesh is going to find 4 kills. Looking for the ace here. Probably just going to send him hunting for the time being. As we're going to see currently at 16-0. There's the ace. Be able to pick up every single kill in that round. Still has that Vandal from like the 3rd round. Is more than happy to continue onwards. And I mean, it's gonna be full ultimates. Everyone on the side of Loud Whine lit up like a Christmas tree at the moment. Is gonna be ready to go. We're gonna see right now where they're gonna go. This is gonna be, you know, sort of a buy. You're gonna see a Bucky on the side of Mango, but other than that, it's gonna be some rifles, half buys once again. We're gonna see where they're going, and it's gonna be a push, and that is gonna be, you know, the rocket coming out as Mango's gonna find 1 on towards Forest here. The rest of the team is gonna be kind of stalled up, and Heroic Fable is gonna pick up Stirfrine. So that is gonna be a kind of be halting here, but all of a sudden, oh, the Reyna. Skeggs has pushed all the way through, came in from the other side, and all of a sudden it's all down to Cherish in a 1v4. Suddenly it's just absolutely broken open here by the side of Dinghy. Cherish is going to find 1, but the problem now is that, I mean, the rest is going to come hunting. It's going to be a 1v3. It's going to be on the other side of the map. And I mean, the problem now is that going for the save, this is going to give them plenty of time to hunt this one down.
Placing sentry.
I mean, the sentry's going to go down, and she's just going to pick that one up, and that is going to be another round in the books. 7-0 for Dinghy. Be, you know, back on to seeing what the side of Loud Whine is going to buy into this round. I mean, they're just going to continue force buying, it looks like, as long as they possibly can. It's going to be, you know, Phantom, Stinger, Judge, Sheriff, Spectre. The whole arsenal basically is coming out right now for this team as they're going to 4-stack B. And unfortunately, B is not where they're coming. They're coming right towards Wild here. He's going to have the 1 rifle on the team. The Seekers are going to come out, so this is going to spot that all these players are going to be coming A. And this is going to be a point of contact. Hippolink is not going to be ready for this, and instead is able to pull it out, gets 1, but Heroic Fable will trade back with 2 kills as that rotation is going to come through. You're going to see the players from Dinghy on their way to the B site here. Mango is going to be up in the tower with a Judge, so possibly a potential opening greeting here. Will get detected, though. And we're going to see whether or not these players are going to choose to go through. It does look like they're headed to the other side. They might actually want to work their way here towards A, because there is a player on the site already, and that is going to be Forrest, who already has claimed all the space necessary. He's going to spot 1 there. He's got to get shots out. It will pick up Wild, so without losing too much HP, Wild is going to go down, and that's going to leave 2 players now.
Spike planted.
This Cherish is going to be trying to look for something. And you're going to have Mango, who's going to have a classic and a Judge. Again, not the most ideal weaponry at all.
Last player standing.
And yeah, it is going to be just, I mean, Heroic Fable picking that one up. As well there. Finally pick it up. Heroic Fable is going to pick up 4 in the round. Is improving to 9-4. I mean, she finally dies. 18-1. Finally goes down. And we're going to see finally full rifles across the board for the side of Loud Whine. So the first time in a while that they've actually had 5 rifles up and available. It's going to break the bank for every single one of them. Meanwhile, on the other side, Dinghy's going to have all the money they want basically for the rest of this half right now because, I mean, you look at The lowest right now is 48.50. So we're going to see. I mean, they have these ultimates. I'd really like to see Wild at least use the Viper's Pit somewhere. And Cherish as well is going to have that lockdown. So you kind of want to see the use of some of these for the time being. But you can see it's already coming in. Guardian in the hands of HippoLink is going to be trying to hold this one off right now as they're pushing in towards the B site. And you're going to have Mango also up top is going to be suppressed. So they are going to be aware that Mango is here on the map. Looking for maybe a possible aggressive play. Waiting for the smoke to close out. He's going to get immediately spotted basically, so they know he's going to be up here. And there you go. That's going to be 2 kills. Stirfrine's going to find 2. There's going to be 1 still on the site, and that is going to be Sheesh going down. So it's going to be Forest as well as Heroic Fable locked off the site as of right now and kind of far away from this spike. So the spike is going to be now in the hands of Loud Whine. All of these players should be relatively aware of that, as that's going to be Wild picking up Heroic Fable. It's all going to be down to Forest, who's going on this rotation underneath and is going to be able to come up near where this spike is, but is not going to have any idea where any of these players are. The last known positions of these players is basically Generator, and that's kind of it. They're going to have 1 watch in the flank. That flash is going to all but confirm which side of the map he's on, and this is now going to be very, very difficult for Forest, unless, you know, just click all the heads apparently. Very possible. They're going to swing off the turret, and that is going to be the first round in the books for Loud Whine. 3 survived. They're going to pick that one up, finally get some much needed momentum, or at least a little bit to kind of stem the bleeding. On the other side, though, it is going to be 3 ultimates available for the side of Dinghy, because you're going to have 1 away as well for the lockdown. So you really want to see some stuff coming in from the side of Loud Whine. They can't hold on to these ultimates forever, and it looks like Wild is finally going to use one right where these players are going to be coming as well. So it's going to be a nice Viper's Pit. Going to block a good amount of space, and they're going to turn around immediately, because that is what you want to see out of the Viper's Pit. And that, I mean, it should in theory trigger rotation from the side of Loud Whine over to the B site, because you're locking this down. And yeah, there you go. The flash is going to come in. There's going to be 3 players on the other side of the map. It's literally all on Mango here, with a Judge and a Dream, unless they're going to go for this very odd mover. No, they're going underneath, it looks like here. And HippoLink is going to find 1. Is going to just fall back off of this here, because Skeg's going to get full blinded. Is not going to be able to see much here. And the problem, though, is that, yeah, Mango is going to have to get out of here and is going to be detained. That's going to be an issue. 2 players actually will be detained here. And you see HippoLink is going to come up behind these players. The rotation is coming in. The Viper's Pit has gone down. That's part of the problem here. And there's going to be the Defender's Killjoy as well. They're going to probably try to spam that one through the wall. You're going to see all these players are going to swing around the outside. Wild is going to find 1. There's going to be 1 up on drop. That's going to go down. Lummy's going to find 1. There's going to end up falling as well. It's going to be all on Skeggs. And the last player remaining finds 1, finds 2. 3 in the round so far, and only needs to find HippoLink to close out the clutch. 70 HP. Looking for this, but HippoLink is just going to smoke it off. They're going to know where the spike is, so that's going to narrow the possible angles down, and that's going to be the clutch from Skeggs. The 1v3, picking all the players up as it peaks off of drop. And again, I mean, that's going to be the 3rd 1vx clutch of the night so far for Dinghy. The players definitely icing it up on the side of Dinghy here, as they're going to go up 9-1 in the opening map. And that, of course, is also going to be another bank problem for the side of Loud Whine, because you can see it's going to be, you know, Phantom, Bulldog, Vandal, Judge. It does look like they're going to kind of half buy it this time going into the 11th round. Probably just trying to save some money for that last round, see if they can get something. But yeah, you're going to have Wild with that Judge looking for something. It's going to be, you know, another B hit. These players are going to be making their way over here. We're going to see it'll be, you know, HippoLink with a classic. Not a whole lot to be, you know, the most useful here, as well. Yeah, they're gonna come flying on through here, and that's actually surprisingly not gonna find anything. There's gonna be flashed through with the Paranoia, and nothing gonna really be found off of that, and that'll be an issue. So the rest of the team is gonna go for this rotation. HippoLink's actually gonna dodge this, and I don't think, oh, okay, yes, was spotted there. Zombie's gonna go for the spam right through the box. And they're just mowing them down. All players for the side of Loud Whine are just going down everywhere. Wild is going to find 1 with the Judge. The problem is that gun was kind of tossed away and, yeah, brought down to 10 HP. Not the most ideal. Probably just going to be waiting here to see if he can try and survive long enough to take somebody with him as he goes down. Wild's just going to be here. Well, there might be a couple players here. Yeah, they're going to be there on the site. Not able to get any of them. In the end, Heroic Fable does fall down, but I mean, they have so much money, it's almost irrelevant at this point. It's going to be 10-1 right now. Going into the last round of the half, that is a massive lead right now for Dinghy. See where they decide to go. You're going to see the full Replinlink coming out as Hippolink actually. Going to only have a Spectre here, but all the players, or Hippolink, I mean only Spectre. Hippolink is going to be the only player with a kill so far in the round, is going to find one on that flank, which means all 4 players from the attack are now going to be inside of A halls here. I'm going to see them pushing up. It's going to be smoked off as of right now, but Stir-Frying is just going to get spammed down through the smoke. It looks like here. Skeggs, though, will get spammed down in return. On the other side is going to be an operator in the hands of Heroic Fable, actually. As Mango's going to drop down. He's going to find one. I mean, the operator was staring at this door. We're going to see right now, Wild's going to be just looking through. As Mango just goes flying through the door there, it looks like, and is not able to come out with a kill in the end. It looks like there's a rotation coming in now to the other side of the map. Mummy's going to be on the ropes, but right into the waiting arms of Hippolink is going to be the problem, except there's too many people to shoot at.
30 seconds
left. And poor Hippolink. Little too many targets to deal with. Not enough control there at the end of the day. Cherish is going to make contact. The turret's going to go down. They're going to know that the players here are now going to be on towards B. And the ultimate from KO is also going to come out. Brimstone is going to have that orbital strike to work with as well. It's going to be smoked off in generator. Sheesh is going to be aggressively peeking here towards Cafe. So that's going to be a kill picked up by Cherish. It's going to be a 2v2 on the retake here. Both players have fallen back here towards B main. Spike is going to be planted all the way out in the open, so they are going to have to push this and clear this a little bit. Probably just go for the tap and peek, and there's going to be the one. Looking for that second player, but that is going to be the orbital strike coming through, and that might give time for Lummy to be able to reposition here. Gonna have to come off of this here. And it's gonna go for that peek there. And fortunately for Wild, that is gonna be the ace for Lummy. So that's the second ace of the night as well from a team.
Switching sides.
Pay attention. Might learn something.
And while that's gonna be an 11-1 half, Dinghy only 2 rounds away from the victory as they come out on top here. I mean, it's not looking too hot for Loud Whine. I mean, honestly, at this point, you're probably just thinking of the next map. Trying to think of what you're going to do, what you're going to go change. I believe Fracture was Dinghy's map pick, so this does, make a bit more sense from that regard. They were much more prepared for this map than, expected. But 23 kills from Sheesh in the first half is a lot of damage and a lot of kills. And we're going to see where Loud Whine wants to take this. It does look like they're going to be taking it here over towards A. You're going to have a couple players spread out. Hippolink, going for this roam out on the other side of the map. And you're going to see Stir-Frying and co. going to be making their way through the halls. That's going to be a very nice molly, actually, coming in from Lummy, dude. To be able to just block it off, prevent this push from coming in. Hippolink still trying to be a nuisance there over the other side of the map. And this is going to be a call for the rotate here, as we are going to see the players making their way here over towards B main. And Hippolink is actually going to find one, looking to make a trade here as well, on towards the second player. It will be Heroic Fable, though, picking that one up. So that will give an opportunity here, though, for the side of Loud Whine to get this spike down. The shots are going to go out. They're going to miss. Heroic Fable will not go down. And this is going to buy a little bit of time now for the rotation to come in from the side of Dinghy. You can see they're all making their way now through spawn, trying to set things up here. Wild, though, will pick Heroic Fable. So down goes that player. Flash will come in. They know exactly that Skeggs is going to be in this position. Defensive flash as well is going to go out as everyone goes through, but Wild is going to find another. So now going to be in the 3v2 here. As Lummy's going to find one. Going to have the nades, though, is going to be very nice to have here in this situation. The spam will come through. It's all going to be on Cherish. Hits the shot at the end, though. Ascend and Mango is able to pick up the nades on towards Lummy, and that's going to be a second round to the side of Loud Whine. The Sheriff shot at the very end. Sheriff by Sheriff. Oh my. Okay, the Cherish or the Sheriff shot. We got there eventually. We got there eventually. It's all right. It's all right. We did eventually make it, but they are able to pick it up. And that is going to be a round win. So, I mean, the other side, well, it doesn't look like Dinghy is going to invest a whole lot into this round. You know, you're going to see a Bucky, a Shorty, a couple pistols. And on the other side, it's just going to be, you're going to have a Phantom action in the hands of Wild. 2 Sheriffs, a Bucky, and a Bulldog. So, not the most expected buy, I want to say. It's going to be the push up as well. You're going to see Lummy, who is going to have a Shorty in hand. And all 5 players here are actually going to be on the ace site. So I'm not sure if Loud Whine is kind of getting a hint that there's a stack over here. But they are going to be making their way slowly now over to B. And I think Dinghy might be realizing, hey, there's nobody making contact over here. We need to kind of take a look at what's going on. You will see they are going to be noticing now that, oh, okay, there's a possibility here that players are going to be making their way to the other side. I mean, you can look, you're going to see Forrest has cleared out most of the spawn side there. Is going to come around the corner, though, in the face of 2 players, which will probably be a little bit unfortunate. He's going to only have a Bucky. You know, no, that's not exactly the most ideal. You want to say Hippolink, though, will find Skeggs. And that should be the all clear here. Stir Frying is going to go for that plant. And now it's going to just be the aggressive game of hunt down every player who's going to be out here in the back. Hippolink is going to send the blind through. And is going to jump right back up. No, not able to pick that one up, actually. Heroic Fable will come out on top as the players are going in for the push onto the spike here. It's going to be looking to try to spam 1 or 2 down, but Mango's going to be that insurance policy. Lummy's actually going to find Stir Frying with that, so this got very costly all of a sudden. Cherish is going to find 1. Cherish is going to find 2. And that is going to be it for the round.
Gun here.
As well, I mean, that Bulldog, not exactly the most retrievable for Mango, unfortunately. And that now is going to mean things, but on the other side of the map, it's me. I mean, Mango with a Bucky. He's going to have rifles out as well, bought into this round. Full rifles should be on the other side of Dinghy.
Kill them.
We're going to see Wild is going to be looking for that early push. That push will come in. It's going to be Sheesh. Brings Wild down to 41 HP. So the early engagement here over by Dish. Not one out by the side of Loud Whine. We're going to see the rest of these players are going to be pushing their way through the halls. They're going to be going picking up that alt orb. And they're going to be probably just walking back on this. I don't think they want to go too far off of this. You know, just put down some utility. See where they're going to take it, but right now on the flank you are going to have Arena in Skeggs pushed up here, knows that turret is going to be there, will get spotted by the turret as well, so they're going to be aware of this flank. That is going to be an issue now though, because Loud Whine is going to be pincered in unless they, you know, go for this clear, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going for Skeggs here in the back, and they're going to succeed in doing so. Down goes Skeggs, not able to pull out a victory, and that rotation is, I think, going to trigger the rest of the team to go back to the other side of the map. The problem though is that, hey, they're still here, and that's, yeah, Sheesh and Heroic are both going to come back here. I mean, Sheesh on like literally like 10 HP basically, and that is that flash is not going to catch anything here. Stir Frying will catch that, so they're going to get in behind and onto the site. Only 20 seconds to go as Cherish is going to get 1 plant there. And it's going to go back into the position for long. This should allow the players to just fall back off of the site and see where it is. But, I mean, the retake is going to be coming in from the front as well as Dish. You're going to see Forrest coming in from Dish. And there's going to be one on the flank. It's going to be Hippolink inside of spawn for the CTs right now, which is going to be a very awkward spot here. They got to pincer themselves in. I mean, Heroic also or excuse me, Forrest also just literally has a buck he needs to work with. Someone's gonna get caught. The flash is gonna catch everybody. It's a beautiful flash. As our players are gonna do damage. She's just somehow gonna get 2 kills with 10 HP before finally dropping. That's gonna be 3 alive for the side of Loud Whine as they're gonna succeed in the bonus round here. And they're gonna go to the next round with rifles in hand. On the other side, Dinghy is probably gonna either partially buy or they're just gonna save here, wait for the next round. And we're going to see, yeah, just Sheriff's, a Spectre, a Ghost, and some armor as well actually invested into this. So I guess enough of the buy is going to be coming through. And this, you know, is where you start seeing, ah yes, attack-sided. This is, you know, classic Fracture. Defense struggling as normal, and you never know. I mean, they might ring, you know, 11 rounds back on the other side so far. Loud Whine hasn't dropped an attack inside round. Although they're going to make close contact, though. It's going to be Forrest up close. And yeah, Wild is going to pick that one off. They're going to take minimal damage there off of that one.
You should run.
Now, right through the attacking Killjoy as well is going to come up. So that is going to be all the utility going to be placed on the board. Hippolink going for the outside is going to spot Skeggs there. So no Skeggs. It's going to be around this corner. And there's going to be no Skeggs going to turn on him. Somehow picks up that kill. And I mean, the spike was planted on the other side of the map, but I mean, she's just turned on Mango as well. So all of a sudden, this is a bit of a problem because it's going to be a 2v2. Weapons are going to be picked up on both sides here. So it's going to be rifles across the board as well as armor on the side of Dinghy. So they're going to have what they need here. Sheesh is going to send the Seekers out. Going to know where 2 of these players are. Speakers are going to come out in response. They kind of know he's in this corner. Stir Frying is going to find one. Looking for the second. Is going to find both. Stir Frying with the 1v2 clutch. Finds both players there and is going to be able to take that rifle into the next round. As that's going to be Loud Whine coming out on top. So you're going to find their 5th round so far. As I see Sky Gap comes up in the chat when the opposing Sky has 30 kills. Well, it's going to be rifles, though, bought in, so it's going to be a full gun round. Everyone is going to have rifles. Everyone's going to have utility. Lummy's going to have an ultimate on the side of Dinghy. Heroic Fable's going to be one off the Null Command as well as Skeggs being one off. On the other side, though, you're going to have both the Teleport and the Viper's Pit. Perfect for the post plants there. As Heroic Fable's going to find 2 players peeking around that corner. Hello, Hippolink hits the faster headshot, though. That was going to be the opening frag. Popping open this A site as of right now. They're going to be stalled out a little bit by this smoke. They don't really know that it's empty. We're going to see where they decide to go with it. The spike, though, is still over on towards B, where the Killjoy setup is. Killjoy so far not doing a whole lot as of right now. We're going to see where they do decide on going. And while Stir Frying is going to get greeted by Sheesh. So Sky v Sky, and this time Sheesh takes revenge for the previous round. And that's going to be a little awkward. Cherish now just kind of stuck out here in the spawn, trying to figure out where they want to go. Hippolink and Wild are both trying to figure out and navigate this drop area here. As Lummy's going to be watching this. So they know no one's really come through yet. And there's going to be a teleport, though. Hippolink is going to complete that teleport all the way to the other side of the map, all the way into the site. Probably looking to try and cut some stuff off here. Forrest, though, not going to be able to see much. And they're going to go right through that Molly, it looks like, and be able to get that plant down. A Skeggs, though, is just going to come in and just cleans up one.
Spike planted.
We're going to spot another, though. Lummy's going to pick up Cherish, but it's going to be Mango and Wild now in the 2v2. It's going to be stuck in this corner. As Mango's going to peek out, though, is going to do all the damage, it seems like, but just not enough. It's Wild now is going to be peeking around the corner here. The Molly's going to come down, though. And that's going to be a bit of an issue. That's going to force a peek here from one side. Is going to get both. Going to get both! On 16 HP, Wild's able to come around the corner and just spams him down through the smoke while burning in the fire. And that's another 1v2 clutch coming out of the side of Loud Whine. Players are just taking their turns on this map, just going for the clutch. As that's going to be another massive win for the side of Loud Whine as they keep staving off match point here round after round. They're doing an excellent job of just staying alive here. We're going to see the push once again towards this. Sheesh is going for that aggressive push. And there's going to be two players here in response as Wild. He's going to be peeking around this core, but Cherish is able to find one. The trade's going to be there, though. It's going to be a 4v3 here on the map. As you're going to see, Lummy is going to be watching here over towards the door. But the players are going to be in on towards the site now. Force is going to be completely cut off here and is going to toss out the mollies. But that plant is going to come down. It's not going to be deterred. And the spike is in the ground. That's going to be one caught on the outside. Skeggs will find one on towards Hippolink here. Mr. Frine knows, confirms the position of that player. As you can see, Cherish is going to be on the site, and Mango is going to be falling back off of the site here, trying to work a crossfire. He's going to spot the one player, but Skeggs is going to find another one there with the Vandal. As Forrest is going to find one, and then Forrest is going to find a second on towards Cherish, and that is going to be round number 12 coming through for the side of Dinghy as they finally win an offensive or defensive round, excuse me.
Match point.
Their head is in the guillotina. Now pull.
See right now, it's now going to be Loud Whine fighting for their lives in every single round here. You can't afford any more losses as they're going to be able to pick off that knife off the rip. So Wild is going to be able to find that one. This is going to be now more of a B hit coming through. It's all going to be on Heroic Fable, who ends up dropping. That's two opening kills here right off the rip. Sheesh is going to be on the flank, but is going to get spotted out by the turret. The flash will come through, though. Looking to find one. Is not going to be able to find one at all. Forces on the other side of the map. Lummy's going to be in the back here as well. And it's going to be a clean round coming out of the side of Loud Whine as they find every single kill necessary. Very nicely played.
Planted.
Force is going to be just looking for one, but no, it's going to be a flawless, and that is going to be the answer back after a heck of a round and a big retake from Dinghy to finally claim a round on the defensive side. It's immediately answered back, which is nope, absolutely not. You are not allowed to do that. As we go back over to the attacking side, it's going to be Loud Whine with money in the bank to buy. Side of Dinghy, not looking so hot. They're just going to be buying, you know, a few pistols. They're going to concede this round. And unless some miracle thrifty here happens, this is going to be the side of Dinghy. Again, it's going to be 12-8. I mean, the gap is closing right now. And we're going to see all the players from the side of Dinghy are just going to go charging out here. They're going for this push. Flash is going to come through. It might have flashed a turret, but instead they are going to be spotted. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be all gas and no brakes here, and it might be an absolute farm session in the shooting range here. As you can see, the players are all just kind of grouped up here as we're waiting for the blinds to come through. And no, they're actually all going to take the ropes. They're just going to leave. They're all going across to the other side here. As everyone's going to disappear, and I think Hippolink might hear some of this. As yeah, probably hears the footsteps as the ultimate's going to come out from Loud Whine. The Sky ult will spot these players, as this should allow, you know, the spike to go down. There you go. All these players, they're just running around underneath right now, trying to figure out where to go, except for Skeggs, who's going to be here pushed up. Defender Killjoy ultimate is going to be invested, actually. And that's going to be one kill for Skeggs. As Lummy's going to find another, is going to have to turn around, is not able to find that one. As, you know, Forrest has found a Spectre, it looks like. But they're investing ultimates into here, and that's going to be one detained as Forrest goes for that knife. Ends up going down, but Lummy in the smoke is going to go on towards this defuse. Is not able to finish that one off, but that got pretty costly, actually, for the side of Loud Whine. Only 2 players survived. They committed 2 ultimates into a round against pistols. So a lot of resources, a lot of utility was used up in that round by the side of Loud Whine. They're not going to have that available now for the gun round in a round where Sheesh, Skeggs, and Heroic Fable are all going to have ultimates. And actually, the Seekers were invested by Stir Frying as well. So that was 3 ultimates out of Loud Whine in an eco round. And that, I mean, I guess that's what it took to secure the round. But it is now potentially going to be a big problem here because you now have to face all this stuff here without any of that utility. On the other side is going to have plenty of it. But, I mean, maybe it doesn't matter when you're just going to just slam the site. Heroic Fable probably looking to pop null command here. Once the footsteps are confirmed that they're coming, probably going to try to go for that and just stay alive, get as much value as possible. See what kills are going to be coming in on the other side of the map. That was the A-Hall's engagement. As kills were coming through. Sheesh is going to pop the Seekers. Is going to be on the way. No, somebody's on the site, though, and Hippolink is already there. Teleport comes through, though, and, well, off goes Hippolink. Going to be somewhere else entirely. Going to be wrapping around. They're going to be expecting this, though. Yeah, and Sheesh is going to pick that one up. So that's going to be 4v2 now here. As Hippolink gets caught out. Skeg's ult is going to expire, though, and he's not going to be able to spot that one player. So down goes one. Looking for the second, though. It's all going to be on Wild here in the back. He's going to find one. Now in the 1v2, but it's going to get flanked out. And that is going to be map number 1. Going the way of Dinghy 13-8 as they close it out.
Defenders win.
Okay, everyone, take a rest too. Thank you. Let's collect samples and get out of here.
Very nicely played from the side of Dinghy. As I mean, they went on like a considerable win streak at the start. And then we're back with map number 2. It is going to be the side. I gotta flip those teams around because that is going to be wrong. Dinghy's going to be starting on defense here, as I need to figure that out. It is going to be some, you know, so a little bit of similar comps actually. You're going to see a Phoenix here coming out of Forest with a Sheriff in hand. Starting on the defense here, you're going to have a Raze, Phoenix, Fade, Viper, Omen. On the other side, you have Jet, Raze, or a Gecko actually, Omen, and Viper. But Skeggs is going to be the first one to pick up a kill, as the rest of the team now is going to be working their way inside of Garage. Just going to be stalled out, though, by the utility. I mean, again, it's just the smoke comes down. Can't go through that. They're going to have to move. So, Stir Frying and the 2 duelists are going to be making their way here out towards mid. They're going to know there's a player there inside of ropes. And that it is going to be shots coming through. The Sheriff as well is going to be ringing out. So, they are going to know that's a Sheriff there. Continue to just back up for the time being. As you will see, though, Wild is very pushed up so far. Might be able to catch a player there inside of ropes, and will do so. Except there's going to be 2 players on the other side as the wall drops. And unfortunately, there was a couple players there. These shots coming in from Mango is going to put shots into 1. Spike is going down here. And Mango trying to just stay alive and is not going to be able to do so. And that's going to leave Stir Frying here in a 1v4. A little bit unfortunate here. Is going to find one. Not able to follow it up, though. And that is going to be a round for the side of Dinghy as they're going to open it up with the pistol.
No need for this.
We're going to see, you know, the buy-in. It's going to be a couple Marshals. We didn't see that on Fracture. It was all Spectres originally off of the wins. So a couple Marshals and some Spectres coming in on the other side. We're going to have 2 shorties in the form of Hippolink and Sheriff. Cherish. Keep saying Sheriff. This Cherish is going to go for this pop. Going to try to get around. Is not really going to get around too far, though, honestly. But is going to get spotted by the Haunt. All these players will get caught out, and that's going to be the nade flying in from the spawn. They're going to get onto the site, so they're going to be in, and they're going to get that spike down here. So mission accomplished, honestly, right now from the side of Loud Whine, as they got what they wanted. They got the spike in. It's going to be a 5v5 retake, and they're going to have players up here towards heaven. Looking to be a nuisance, as Mango is not going to, is going to be hidden and tucked around the box, and is going to find one there. He's going to survive as well, as the shots will come through. Skeggs is going to find one. It's going to be 3v4 right now, because that's going to be Cherish, though, with the short. He's able to find one on towards Heroic Fable, so they're just trading out right now. And that's going to be one left. It's going to be Wild left in a 1v1 up against the side of Lummy. But the problem is that Lummy's going to have to go for this defuse. And I mean, there's just nothing doing here. The shots will come through. Wild is going to pick that one up. And that is going to be a round win for Loud Whine. So returning the favor immediately right after losing that pistol, they take away the second round. And that is going to be a little bit awkward now for the economy, as you're going to see Loud Whine is going to be nicely weaponed up. On the other side, Dinghy, not as much. You're just going to have, you know, a couple pistols. You're going to have a sheriff. Not too much. So, I mean, unfortunately, that loss is going to send them into the gutter in terms of money. And now they're going to have to try to work their way around it right now. Sheesh, though, will have that sheriff out. Is going to get full blind down. Just barely misses on that timing. Is going to get that smoke down. The problem is that Heaven is also going to be held here by Skeggs. Looking to try to just hold the line right now. I don't know how Skeggs sees this crosshair, honestly. Against a dark surface, that seems absolutely impossible to see, but I guess it works. I can't complain because Skeggs is in the game, and I'm not. I'm here telling you that Skeggs is questionable crosshair decisions, but you know what? It's not mine. Maybe it works perfectly fine for him. It's always possible. But Hippolink is going to go right through the wall here. Going to get to the other side.
Shadows traveling.
And it looks like they're going to make this a B hit here. You're going to see Skeggs is going to go down there. So it's all going to be on Sheesh. Trying to just stay alive. But Cherish is going to find Forrest as well. So Fryn is going to get all blinded up. The shots will come in from up top. But that is not going to be enough. Sheesh is going to go down. Lummy's going to be the next one up with a frenzy in hand. Looking to find at least one. Not going to be able to do so. Heroic is at least going to answer back with one. Is going to pick up that Vandal. But unfortunately, there's just not going to be enough. A lot of shots are coming through. Finds the second, actually. Looking to make it a third, if possible. Trying to keep some of these players on the site, but only has 5 HP. So, I mean, realistically, not a whole lot. It's probably going to happen here. The nade's going to go flying out. Might be able to catch something. The drop will come in. And is not going to be able to go much farther than that, as Cherish is going to pick that kill up. And that is going to be another round win for the attackers, as Loud Whine is going to take the lead here for the first time in the series. See, get it, next one's up. Players just charging forwards here. I mean, it's going to be Sheesh once again, just trying to fall back, try to stay alive here. The Seekers are going to come out from Stir Frying, and that's just kind of a go signal right now. Everybody's just in, going to be blinded up. Sheesh is nowhere to go. And Hippolink now is going to be up top, all ready and happy. I mean, the guns are just getting ripped out of the hands right now of Dinghy. As 2 have gone down. They're only going to have 3 rifles left here. Trying to just stay alive, but they've not been able to really just break in. Heroic Fable is going to trade out on towards Cherish here. That's going to be shots coming in. Lummy's going to find another one as well, but it's going to be a 2v3 on this retake here. As Forrest is going to hear this. Should have heard that drop, actually. It is not going to be able to hear that. No, instead, is going to end up going down. So Lummy is going to be the next one up and is going to get taken down. Send Mango picking that one up at the end. And that is going to be another round for Loud Whine. They're going to go up 3-1 here. We're going to see right now where they're going to end up going.
Here.
And it is going to be an A hit, it looks like. I mean, right now the pistols, it's going to be Sheriff's, Spectres basically from the other side. Not a whole lot on the board. And the shots are going to come through. It's going to be traded early on 1-for-1 here. As Heroic Fable's going to find one. And Heroic Fable's going to miss with that ultimate, looks like. Didn't actually make contact with anything. That's going to be really awkward time for Lummy Dude as well. It's going to be just on Skeggs here. Up top, Heaven. Trying to just hold these players off. Problem is that they're already in, and yeah, that's going to be a lot down. And now Forest Diarrhea with a Marshall is coming in from the back, and not a whole lot to work with, really.
Spike planted.
You're going to see, I mean, there's not a lot. The flash is not going to catch, so they actually don't know where Forrest is coming from here. Might be able to catch one of these players off guard. But everyone is also just going to be very tucked away. Weapon's going to get picked up as well. So it's going to be a Vandal upgrade here. And it's going to be, oh, didn't finish that kill. That's a little awkward. Going to get another kill instead. So there's going to be one. What going to make it a second is no, just, I mean, yeah, Forrest is just doing all this damage and then just leaving. Just says, all right, well, there's my drive-by. Goodbye. Off we go. We're going to be up to 4-1 now, so Dinghy now should be able to buy back all their rifles into this round. Because they're going to pick up everything necessary, all the utility, full armor, and all that. There's going to be ultimates available for both sides here. You're going to see 3 per side. You're going to have the Fae, you're going to have Nightfall, Viper's Pit, as well as the Run It Back on the other side. Viper's Pit, Showstopper, and the Knives as well, ready to go. I don't really expect any of them to really get popped, honestly, right now, unless the Viper's Pit comes in to defend B and just block off Garage. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case, but they have 3 players A, so I kind of would have liked to see it. The ultimate's going to come right through, and there goes Forrest. Gets dropped on the ground, not able to pick off the player before everything went crazy. Skeggs is just going to get shot in the back of the head, just straight up executed there. And the B side is going to be Loud Whines. So not a whole lot of action.
Spike planted.
As, I mean, it literally just, you know, Loud Whine just walked in, took everything like it was theirs, which it was. They just took over what they previously owned. And we go back into the post plant. 3v5 retake from the side of Dinghy, looking to try to see what they can do. Sheesh is going to find one, though. So there's going to be an opening. Ashish with a second. Able to find 2 coming through. Crossfire is going to be the Ashish with a third. And all of a sudden, this 3v5 retake is all down to just 1, and it's going to be Wild from the back. He gets shut down by Lummy, and somehow they turn that one around. Dinghy's able to pick that one up. Sheesh with the triple is able to close things out, and which is when, I mean, that was a 3v5, and they lose 1 player and pick up 5 of their own. And that was at the cost of what? A single ultimate?
Here.
Maybe Cherish used theirs. And there was none used on the side of Dinghy, and they were able to still pull that one off. So that's a big play coming out of the side of Dinghy. Being able to recover that one. Their economy's still in a little bit of shambles here. You can see her Oak Fable just going to be down to a stinger here. And not a whole lot else to go with it.
Get out of my way!
Let's see. I mean, Hiplink is going to pop up. And yeah, the Viper's Pit will be used over towards B. So that is going to completely lock down Garage. And that does mean that they have to either shift their way towards A, or they're going to have to go up through Heaven and just divert through that way. I mean, right now it does look like they're thinking of just taking this mid presence here right now. Because you are going to see Lummy is going to have an engagement. Hippolink, though, will pick off Heroic Fable, who did have that stinger. So the weakest weaponry. But Cherish, oh, that split second. Able to find that kill. Able to succeed in doing so. So now Sheesh is going to be caught in a bit of a pincer. They're coming from all sides, considering the 2 other players alive are currently on the other side of the map.
Cover going out.
Player's going to drop down, and oh, surprise, there's Cherish. And all of a sudden now, I mean, you're going to have Skaggs, you're going to have Forest. They're just going to be stuck on the other side of the map. Really not a whole lot to work with here, as the knives are out for Mango.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, there's just going to be not a whole lot here. I mean, these 2 players are probably just going to save. There's no real reason to really push out or go for anything here. Well, I mean, Forrest does look like he's going for the push. And it's going to just immediately get taken down. Skeggs is going to be able to upgrade to that Vandal, but, I mean, again, it is a 1v5. Not a whole lot to be able to do as of right now, as the blind just going to come straight through. Going to try to fall back. And is not able to pick up anything. So a flawless round for the side of Loud Whine as they go up 5-2, and they're probably pretty happy right now with how things are looking for sure. We're going to see again. I mean, it's going to be 5-2. That's a decent amount of money in the bank as well for the side of Loud Whine. Their players staying alive, maintaining the banks on the other side. Dinghy not a whole lot of money in the tank. They're going to be, you know, half buying into this round. We're going to see Ezra now. I mean, Forrest is able to pick up one, and Skeggs actually finds a second, so somehow this half buy, this eco buy right now is kind of working out in their favor, and all of a sudden there's just 2 players remaining. As here comes, I mean, yeah, there's going to be a run it back there, as well as the rest of these players coming in. As yeah, that's going to be an awkward moment to reload. Sheesh picks both kills, and that is going to be a round win coming out of the side of Dinghy as they close things out. I mean, basically got upgraded weapons across the board. They went in with not a whole lot to work with and came out with everything, so very nice.
Here. Here. Stealing sight. Here.
We're going to see, I mean, Mango and Wild both opening up with early kills once again, going for the early picks in the engagements. You're going to see Wild is going to be set up and ready to hold in the back, though, but will end up going down. It's going to be all the players up through heaven, it looks like, except for one. Mango goes flying, or excuse me, Cherish just goes absolutely flying through there. Sheesh and Lummy, now the last 2 players remaining.
Spike planted.
That is going to be, you know, the retake is going to be on Lummy. He's going to be looking for something here. Hiplink, though, is going to peek around that corner. And the gun barrel is shown, so Mango is going to be known in this corner.
Last player
So there's going to be
standing.
shots coming through. It's going to be Sheesh now in the 1v3. Finds one, but time is taken away here. Only 6 bullets left. Is able to find another with 4 in the chamber to work with here. Just try to see where this player is coming from. Time is taken down. Not going to be enough to work with here. And yeah, that is just not going to be enough. She's just going to get out of there. Got almost a successful retake, unfortunately. But no, not going to be enough at the end of the day. It may actually run into the player on the other side here. But no, actually, they're going to avoid each other. Stir Frying is not going to get too greedy there. That's going to be another round over to the side of Loud Whine. They're going to get up to 6. So 6-3 so far on the half. A lot closer than the last 11-1. So they definitely got that part going for them right now. It's definitely holding a lot closer. They've won significantly more rounds, honestly. I mean, they won 8 in the last map. 6 is almost all the way there already, and you're only partway through the first half.
Here.
You're gonna see, I mean, the blind's just going to come through, and Sheesh immediately is just going to gun down 2 players. They're going to spot a third, though, and that is just everybody just vaporizing, basically, here on the map, as everyone is just gone from the side of Loud Whine. The execute from Dinghy just came in perfectly, and surprise, there he is. That is one of the fastest rounds you're probably going to see in a while. And there's going to be a flawless round for Dinghy. Gonna see, I mean, they're not gonna repeat that again, you know that for sure, but it does look like they're gonna go for this push. Actually, it's gonna be a half buy coming in from Loud Whine. The money not really looking fantastic for them. It's forcing gonna go for that early pick, and is gonna get one, but gets immediately traded out. So the 1-for-1 trade, not fantastic in the scenario. That will give an upgraded gun over to the side of Loud Whine as well, and they're gonna play it patient. They're gonna turn around. They're not too worried about, you know, going over and re-peeking too far into this one. They're gonna be more than happy to just turn this one around and exit out the back. We're going to see, I mean, again, just engagements going on, and all of a sudden, it's a 3v2 now in the favor of Loud Whine. Dinghy is going to be having a bit of a problem here, as they're going to have to work around where this is going to go. And while the flash will come through, it will not catch Skeggs, actually. So Skeggs still going to be alive in that corner. He's going to be brought down to half, and Heroic Fable is actually going to find one. Cherish is going to go down, but that is going to leave the A site open, and they're just going to go all the way to the other side. Wild does have that Viper's Pit as well. I'd love to see him use it if possible. No, instead just goes for the guns. Who needs the Viper's Pit when you have a Vandal that can hit heads? And that's going to be 4 in the round for Wild as well. So they go up 7-4. Last round is able to pick up a significant amount of rounds here so far on Split, which I do believe was their map choice as well.
There.
See, I mean, there's gonna be ultimates across. There's gonna be 3 ultimates available for Dinghy here off the rip. So love to see whether they're gonna choose to do it. Heroic Fable probably will be looking for an opening here to be able to use it. Instant there's footsteps or anything, probably gonna want to go for this. Should have heard that teleport as well. So should be relatively aware that Hippolink is gonna be up top there. There's gonna be the ultimate coming through. He's gonna get concussed though. This is gonna be a bit of a problem there. He's gonna just peek around the corner. Actually goes down, but still fires the ultimate in time, so still able to pick up 1 off of that as Hippolink is in the site. I don't think anybody is actually aware of this fact, because Hippolink, I think, just walked around the corner basically. The rest of the team is going to go for a rotate. I think they were actually heard because you can see the movement on the map right now. As Lummy's going to go right back up into mid, going to go for this peek, it looks like. Is going to have that ultimate available though, but instead is going to peek right into 2 players from the side of Loud Whine.
There.
Smoke is actually not going to stop anything here, and they're all going to get by. So that's going to be all the players going to be going through. The attack is in. It's all going to be on, well, it was going to be on Forrest in the back, but instead Forrest ends up going down. Sheesh is actually now going to teleport in the back of the site, finds one. The Viper's Pit is going to be up here. And the blind is going to come through, looking to see if he can spot them, and that's going to be the spike down. That's going to be another one there on the board, and all of a sudden there's 14 seconds left. It's all going to be on Hippolink here. Shots are going to come through. Is not going to be able to find that one, and that is going to be a massive defensive round for the side of Dinghy as they recover in the 2v4 situation and pick it up once again. Nicely played from the side of Dinghy. As I mean, Sheesh basically just came through and just rolled through 3 players, teleports into the back of the site, and does a fantastic job. See where they're going to decide to go now. Off of this initial start, you're going to see the Viper wall from Skaggs is going to be up over towards A here. So chances are it is going to be an A-sided push. As you can see, you know the stack. If the stack didn't tell you that, and the Viper wall didn't tell you that, then I don't know what else will tell you that. I'm going to see here Wild right off the rip. That, well, that Hunt is actually not going to spot anything here. The Wild, though, will go down early. Not able to get anything off of that. The rotate's already coming through, but the site is already in the hands of Dinghy. They're going to go for that plant. Get this one down in the back of the site. So they're going to hold the site. They're going to give up Heaven here, since, you know, also the other team is currently in possession of Heaven. And it's going to be a full 3v4, or excuse me, 4v5 retake here. Cherish is going to have to check this right corner here. Not sure if there's going to be, yeah, there you go. There's a spot, and is going to pick that one up. So down goes Skaggs. Evens up the numbers here into a 4v4. There's going to be nobody in the close corner here. Everyone is going to be on the site, and this is about to get really messy here as players are going to drop left, right, and center. Sturfrine's going to pick up 2, and all of a sudden, it's all going to be just down to Heroic Fable, who's going to end up falling. And that's going to be another round for the side of Loud Whine as they're going to push their lead here as they're going to take an 8th round. Very nicely played. Coming out of the side of Loud Whine is they're going to pick up the weaponry that they want into this round. On the other side, Dinghy probably just going to partial buy.
Here.
Or not invest too much at all. We're going to have to wait and see. It is going to be, you know, mid garage side push, it looks like on the mini map. There's going to be 2 players here ready to push out in towards mid. It's going to be both Hippolink and Cherish. Cherish, I think, is just going to go out with the, well, has the blast pack available. And it's immediately just going to get smoked off here. The nade up close. They actually should have spotted that, but no, actually, Wild is going to pick that one up with Well, with the molly, it looks like. And yeah, Hippolink is going to find a couple there from the close corner. And they're going to pick up 2 there in the corner. And this actually got really costly all of a sudden. Forrest is all the way out on B here. The problem is that there's no spike and has to go to said spike, which is going to be quite guarded here by these 2 players. But, you know, plenty of time on the clock. Over a minute to go. We're going to see where Forrest decides to go with this one. Can go basically anywhere he wants around the map. I'm going to choose up to go towards heaven. Might actually catch the player off guard here, because Stirfrine is not looking in the direction. Yeah, there you go. So that's going to be a weapon upgrade as well. It's going to be a stinger. Has no idea where this player may be, and Sen Mango is just going to pop around the corner with the judge and go bap. And that is going to be the round 1 for Loud Whine. It was very costly though. They lost every player except for Sen Mango. Only 1 player surviving out of that one. So, I mean, it's going to be rifles on the side of Dinghy. Potentially some rifles for Loud Whine as well. You're going to see there's not a whole lot. Some, you know, not the strongest buy. Whereas on the other side, you have 5 Vandals and full armor. So the attack knows what's coming. Does look like it's going to be an early garage push here. The Smash Flash will go out. He's going to catch some of these players. He's going to immediately go for the dog and just try and spot out possibly something here. Where are they going to go? It's going to get walled off here. And the Hunt will come in as well. And that's going to be an early kill, though, on towards Hippolink. Mango's going to be in the back, though, and will get spammed down as well. So that is going to be a bit of an issue. Stirfrine is going to be available on the site. Wants to just go for a spam, I think, and is going to... Well, that was a spam. Found 1, but it wasn't going to be enough. You needed to find a little bit more than that. Cherish now, as well. Last 2 players remaining coming up from heaven. Force is going to peek right into that one, though, and does go down as well. Not able to do too much damage in response. The spike is finally going to get planted. The Heroic Fable might actually lose a pretty good amount of HP from this, and goes down. Skeggs, last player left, and is going to end up dropping. That's going to be a big kill and a nice KO there coming out of the side of Cherish as they pick that one up. Wild's going to get the defuse. They're going to go to 10 rounds. We're going to see what they're going to do off of that one. And it looks like it's going to be another partial buy coming out of the side of Dinghy, probably. You know, like your Sheriffs, your Stingers, whatever works here for the time being. Because right now, I mean, they're just having a bit of a rough time, just kind of holding on basically after the defuse. There's been a couple defuse rounds so far, but it's been all going the way of Loud Whine so far.
Let's go.
Wild's going to be set up in mid, and we're going to see Sheesh and Kor going to be working their way here in towards mid. There's going to be Spectres and Bulldogs actually bought across the board here.
Shadows traveling.
Hippolink is going to be peeking out in towards mid. Going to get the first shots off on towards Sheesh, and Sheesh is going to still be able to move way forward here. Has the spikes though, so this might nail. Okay, there you go. I was just going to say, might not be the most ideal in this situation. The Sneakers are going to come through, and they're going to get destroyed. They're going to trade 1 for 1 though, it looks like here. And that will force these players to kind of fall back. Might go for this rotation all the way around towards A, but the rest are going towards Garage, where you're going to have both Mango and Cherish waiting here.
You're dead.
Mango's actually going to miss that opening shot, and Cherish is just going to deal with it instead. So the problem, though, is that Cherish will be spotted as a result. Skeggs is going to pick that one up, and that is going to be the players evacuating out because Sheesh is already set up here in towards heaven. And there is nobody home. There's absolutely nobody around. Forrest is going to be here, caught by that flash, so they should be aware of the flash potential. Of this flank potential. But Sheesh is going to find another on towards Wild, and Sheesh is like basically in the spawn right now, and this is going to be a little bit awkward because you do have an op and you do have a rifle coming in for this retake, so this half buy working wonders right now for this team. Sheesh is going to find another on towards Stirfrine, and that's going to be, well, Mango finds 1. The problem though is doesn't really have a lot in terms of weaponry. In the process of picking one up, Skeggs is going to drop him. And that's going to be an attack in round 1. Again, their first of the half as they get their 6th round on the board. The gap is only 4, so not too many rounds right now is the difference. We're going to see where they decide to go with this next. It is going to be a, you know, pretty relatively rough buy. You're going to see there's going to be a full A push. There is a big stack here over towards B. And I mean, they didn't see anyone at the start, so you're going to see this rotation coming across the map. There's going to be no one really spotted out by anything at all, so no one really knows where anybody is at this very moment. They're going to molly off that choke point, though, which is going to be good. That's going to force these players up into heaven. But there's not going to be a whole lot available up here. I mean, again, Shisha is going to go right through the molly. So are most of these players. And they're just going to go on the diversion. And hello, off they go. And there's going to be another one up here. It's going to be Cherish trying to stay alive, is not able to do so. So this rotation just coming through right now as the attackers are already on their way to the other side of the map. Stirfrine is going to catch one with that flash. So notice for sure there's at least one player. And Forrest is all the way in the back still. So this backstab potential could be insane. Stirfrine is going to hear that spike go down. Knows it's on the ground. And is going to end up spotting one, but Heroic Fable will pick up that kill. And Forrest is going to join up with the rest of the team. So now, I mean, there's retake. It's going to be 2 kills. It's going to be Mango and Wild, both with Phantoms in hand. So rifles on the board. But they're going to have to do something here. Wild will find Skeggs, though. So big opening first kill. Looking for the second one, though. And that's Heroic Fable picking up his third of the round. And that does mean said Mango's probably just out of this round. 24 HP. Not worth really going for this retake with that little. That's probably going to get forced out into, I believe this is going to be Forrest on the flank here. Going to swap that flare up and down he goes. So Mango's going to drop 7th round on the board now. Or Dinghy, as the spike will also detonate in the process. See, it is going to be another A hit and another 4 stack over on the B site. So there's just not a lot of support really for poor Wild here. Is going to have that Viper's Pit. And honestly, this might have been a good round to use it if they were going to stack the other side of the map this hard. But nothing's really going to get found out. And with the Bulldog in hand, Wild is going to be looking to try and do what he can to basically just hold the line right now. Has no idea if anyone's even made it up into the top half of the map, and might choose to actually just use that Viper's Pit here on the map. Not too sure what the plan will be yet. But there you go. The players are going to be around the corner, and the mollies are going to be out because you know what is coming his way. That's going to be nades just all over the place. Cherish is going to find one, but that is going to be it. Not able to find much else other than that. You have the judge in hand of Mango right here up top as well. The spike hasn't gone down yet, but now finally will get down on the ground.
Spike planted.
This can be Sheesh spotted out on the bottom corner. Mango's not been able to find another weapon upgrade either, so that is going to be a bit of a problem. Heroic Fable, Forrest, and Sheesh all tucked away in corners right now, ready for whatever is possibly going to come. Cherish still hasn't been able to upgrade a game. That's going to be ends up dropping. And Mango's going to have a judge as well. Not a whole lot to work with here. And they're just going to walk around the corner and they're going to check that one. And that's going to be an 8th round. So here comes Dinghy. Rattling 2 straight offensive round wins here. Or excuse me, 3 straight offensive round wins here as they're looking to close the gap. We're going to see, I mean, it's going to be rifles across the board right now for Dinghy. On the other side, we're going to see an Ares in the hands of Hippolink. Curious where that one's going to go here, and it is going to be in the back of the site. The problem is that nobody's going to be home off the rip. It's going to be everybody here over towards the A side of the map. That flash will be able to spot at least something here. The Stirfrine's going to fall back, has the Phantom in hand. So there's a little more support here this time on towards the A site. They've been able to reinforce Wild, as well as now 4 players have made their way over here. He's able to dodge out on that, and that's going to be a big jump up there off the rip from Heroic Fable. Skeggs able to find one on towards Mango to open this one up, as this utility is flying absolutely everywhere right now. He's going to get caught out, but Stirfrine, no, still able to find one before going down. It's going to be a 3v3 here. Make that a 3v2, as one player, it's going to be Skeggs finds Hippolink up top, and well, Cherish is going to go down as well, and it's just going to leave Wild now in the 1v3. The spike is going to be going down.
Spike planted.
It's gonna be one. Looking for a second, actually just casually hip firing. Finds the second kill. Looking for the third. Has no idea where this player might possibly be. Is actually gonna spot Forrest, but Forrest finds him first. And that is going to be another round win for Dinghy as they get within one. And that is going to force a timeout call by Hippolink. Going to see what they're going to try to figure out. They're just trying to stem the bleed. And the problem is that that is a lot of attack and ultimates available right now. Every single ultimate online except for Forrest, who's going to be 4 out of 6 on the way there. On the other side, 3 available again for Loud Whine. I mean, again, I really want to see these ultimates used when possible. I mean, they're saving it the whole half, basically. I mean, Wild, again, has not really used the Viper's Pit over the course of this game. Used it once in the first half, I think. I don't think, and it hasn't been used so far in this round. I mean, 21 kills. That's 3 ultimates basically built up there, plus all the deaths. So I'd really like to see everything just thrown at it. See what they're going to pick to go next. I mean, Forrest there has 8850 in the bank. So that is going to be a big bank to kind of blow through, especially with Lummy at 7400 as well. So a lot on the board right now for the side of Loud Whine, or excuse me, for Dinghy. Loud Whine, though, is going to have to blow through that bank. It's once again just going to be A-side hit and the push and the charge is coming through. Mango with the knives out. They're going to be looking for around the corner here. Trying to go up on top. Not going to spot anything, and the ultimates are going to go wide. It's just everything. I mean, Mango's literally just eating every possible piece of utility it seems like there is. See, well, that's gonna be a 3v4 now, but Cherish and Wild are both picking up kills. They're making it a 3v2 here. As long as he's able to find one, they're gonna go for that rotate here towards B, as all the players are currently over towards A. This is gonna give a bit of a time for a rotate. See where this post plant position is gonna be. Forrest is gonna be in a really nice position here, be able to catch some of these players on the move. But I mean, you're gonna see Hippolink going all the way through the spawn here. Mango's going to be coming through mid, so it is going to be Cherish, the weak player who potentially is a point of contact against Forrest. As Forrest, yeah, going to catch him through the wall, barely catches on the last bullet here. And the run it back is going to go off, so going to see where they may be.
One enemy remaining.
And the answer is going to be in the back. Forrest finds that one. Just going to leave Mango now in the 1v2, and not a whole lot of time to work with. 70 HP as well. And this spike is going to go off. Which means Mango is going to be able to find one. And he's just going to have to retreat. This does look like Forrest. Yeah, he's just going to die to the spike. But it's going to be all tied up. 10-10. Is going to be your scoreline here. We're all tied up. All ready to go. And once again, the buy for the side of Loud Whine. Not looking too hot here. It's going to be some Bulldogs. Not a whole lot else at the moment. You know, a couple of judges really liking their judges so far. And it looks like, I mean, Wild has been abandoned to once again be the sole player on this side of the map. He's finally going to use the Viper's Pit, though. And this should lock out the side of Dinghy here. So they're now going to have to go through that pit and see what they can do. But, I mean, it turns out everyone's just walking into the pit. And they're actually going to go straight through it. So everyone's out the other side of the pit right now. It's made their way. Oh, but yeah, they're going to catch. I mean, 2 of these players are going to get caught, though, in the back. That's going to be a problem. Because Mango's going to be coming in for the reinforcements. But everyone's already out the back. They just ran right through heaven, out the back door. Off to the other side of the map they go. Nobody has any idea from the side of Loud Whine where they've gone. And surprise, surprise, there's a spike plant going down on B. There you go. Spike is going to be slammed home. I'm going to see where they decide to end up going. Skeggs is probably going to be the first point of contact. There's going to be 2 players here. Is not able to pick that one up. Is going to end up dropping. That's going to be a gun handed over. Sheesh is going to be falling back here. He's going to just be making the point of contact. Finds one and gets out. And all of a sudden it's going to be Send Mango in the 1v4 here. And just going to eat the nade. Barely gets out. 46 HP. Not able to find the pick on towards Sheesh. And that is going to be Dinghy taking the lead 11-10. They brought it all the way back after that in first half, excuse me. And now, I mean, it looks like it's going to be another rough buy coming in from Loud Whine right now. I mean, you would almost just like to see them hold it, at least hold a little bit of money to be able to full buy into the next, because it's just been repeated half buy after half buy for a while. And they're going to all be committed to the wrong site as well. It's going to be a free open A site for the side of Dinghy. They're just going to walk straight in. There's going to be nobody home. And the Viper's Pit as well is just going to lock everybody out.
Spike planted.
Seagulls will be invested in. She's going to find one on towards Hippolink. And that is going to be Wild finding one through the smoke as well on towards Lamy. So Stir Frying going to be coming in. And we'll have actually weapons as well. So all of a sudden, weaponry is not really that favoring the side of Dinghy right now. But it's all going to be down to Wild in the 1v2. Working around the edge here. And I think they just both walked out of the smoke at the wrong time. Unfortunately for Wild, that is not going to be enough. He's going to have to hop that defuse. And once the smoke goes down, yeah, there's going to be Sheesh ready to go. And that is going to be a 12th round for the side of Dinghy. They're on a match point. Looking to take a 2-0 map victory in the series. And we're going to see what the side of Loud Whine can kind of scrounge up into this one. The answer is going to be 3 rifles for sure, possibly more. This is going to be 4. You're going to have the Bulldog Cherish. She's going to have that Judge as well as the ultimate. So that ultimate, possibly a very key piece of utility into this round. But it looks like it's going to be aimed towards mid. Players are going to be forced back here off the initial push.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Going to be Hippolink in that corner though. Is going to be a one and done. Finds the ultimate of Forest, but it's going to get traded immediately by Sheesh. Down goes, so that's going to be an early man disadvantage here. Coming out of the side of Loud Whine. And now you're going to have Dinghy into the site. We go. Wild and Stir Frying though, both picking up kills in the back of the site. Heroic Fable's going to go through, finds one. Not able to find a second though. And that is going to be Cherish looking to make a move with the ultimate. The problem is that the 2 remaining players have retreated. They are gone. They're making their way towards A, and the rotate's going to come in. Everyone's going to be working their way to the other side of the map. See, I mean, they're going to be kind of ready and waiting here. It's going to be part of the problem. So Sheesh not going to have another smoke available here. They're going to have to just teleport into the site and, you know, get that spike down here and see how they're going to play the post plant. Skeggs is going to have a little bit available, and that's Splash actually I don't think caught anything. And that teleport will come in from Sheesh all the way in the back. This could be a huge flank here. It's going to be a 1v1 here, and the flash is going to come through. Stir Frying is going to hop off the defuse. The teleport will come through around the back, and the shots will come through. Sheesh is not going to be able to get the kill though. Smoke goes down. It's going to be a flash coming through. The flash comes through, but no, Sheesh comes out on top. 3 in the round. And that's going to be a 13-10 pickup. Dinghy takes map 2.